Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to Minnesota Zen Meditation Center. I'm Ted O'Toole. I'm the guiding teacher here. And this morning we have a very special program. We're doing a joint service with our friends from the Twin Cities Buddhist Sangha, which is another Buddhist group located here in Minneapolis, which practices in the Shin or Pure Land tradition. And we've been friends for a while now. I think this is our 5th annual joint service, and I just love to do this every year to bring our two sanghas together. So what we're going to do this morning is we are going to have some chanting from both of our traditions, and then we're going to have a short talk from each of our traditions, and if we have time at the end, we'll do a little question and answer, or we'll welcome comments. So again, welcome everyone online as well as everyone in the room. So the first thing we do, I would like to introduce Chiyami Onakura Blai, who is a Shin minister with TCBS, and she is going to lead us in some chanting. And you should have a handout, that piece of paper. Those are the chants she'll be doing, and you're welcome to follow along or join in.
Good morning, everyone. So the first sutra chanting is called the Sangha. So to the page 3, the kind of the page 3. So this is the translation 3 respectful callings. So this chanting means we respectfully call upon the Tathagata Amida Buddha enter this dojo. And then also the calling upon Tathagata Shakyamuni Buddha. And then the Buddha of the 10 directions to enter this dojo. And then as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. So the first line, the leader, this is the line, the leader's line I will chant by myself. And then the O is, it's the same melody, the same word, Sange Raku. So but has a lot of the melody, the up and down. So you might feel kind of difficult for the first time, but follow me as much as you can. Not much. It's not much. chanting. It's called Jusege from the first page. So this is more easy, simple. So the first line, just me, and then follow me from the all that line as much as you can. So we will chant only in Japanese, which is on the left side. So I'm not reading. We are not reading the English translation. So the right side is a translation. So but we are reading. So starting Gago Choseigan, and then the second line is gonna be He, She, Mu, Jo, Do. So please join me from the second line, and then going to just a flat line, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 page. That goes to the 4 page. It's the Nembutsu. So just the first line, Namandabu, it's gonna be me, and then from the second line, that join me, and then the echo. Transference of merit, the first line, Ganni Shikudoku, it's gonna be me, and then from all, so other follow me as much as you can. Namanda, please join me in Gasho. Put the hands together. Namanda.
Sai
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And next, as soon as Rosemary gets set up here, we'll do a couple of chants that we do frequently here in the Zendo. The first will be the Heart Sutra, and there are chant books scattered around, and you may need to share. But the first chant, the Heart Sutra, can be found on page 1.1, which is obviously the first page. And then the Bodhisattva vows will follow that. And you can find the Bodhisattva vows at the bottom of page 2.1 or on your program at the bottom of the first page.
Heart of great perfect wisdom sutra. Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, when deeply practicing prajnaparamita, clearly saw that all five aggregates are empty, and thus relieved all suffering. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form itself is emptiness. Emptiness itself form. Sensations, perceptions, formations, and consciousness are also like this. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked by emptiness. They neither arise nor cease, are neither defiled nor pure, neither increase nor decrease. Therefore, given emptiness, there is no form, no sensation, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no sight, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of sight, no realm of mind consciousness. There is neither ignorance nor extinction of ignorance, neither old age and death nor extinction of old age and death. No suffering, no cause, no cessation, no path, no knowledge, and no attainment. With nothing to attain, the Bodhisattva relies on prajnaparamita, and thus the mind is without hindrance. Without hindrance, there is no fear. Far beyond all inverted views, one realizes nirvana. All Buddhas of past, present, and future rely on prajnaparamita, and thereby attain unsurpassed, complete, perfect enlightenment. Therefore, know the prajnaparamita as the great miraculous mind.
Hi again. How wonderful to have chanting in a full zendo. So sometimes I speak at our joint service, and when I do, I usually like to talk about commonalities between our two traditions, the Shin tradition and the Zen tradition. And I could get philosophical. We're studying the Platform Sutra of Hui Neng in our practice period right now. And this was written in about the year 800 in China. And he writes then about the commonalities between Shin Buddhism and Chan Buddhism, which we call Zen, at the time. Or I could talk about Katagiri, the founder of our temple, and how as a very young person he wanted to be a Shin monk. But I only have 10 minutes, so I think I'll keep it pretty basic. So I'm going to talk about the triple treasure, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. And Buddha, I noticed in one of the chants we did, Amida Buddha and Shakyamuni Buddha were both being invoked there. Sometimes our two traditions have a different emphasis. We emphasize Shakyamuni Buddha more, and Pure Land emphasizes Amida Buddha a great deal. But Buddha is Buddha, right? And I think the same with Dharma. Both of our traditions, we each have a vast body of literature and philosophical systems and thought structures, which may be quite different. But as Hui Neng pointed out all those years ago in China, there is only one Dharma. And the reason we have different kinds of teachings is because there are different kinds of people who learn in different ways. But there is only one Dharma. And then there's Sangha. Do we have different approaches, our two groups? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think it's here in Sangha that we can probably see our commonality the best, because we do the same things. We get together on Sunday mornings and at other times too, and we enter this ceremonial space. And we have some ritual, and we have some chanting, and we have talks, and afterwards we have tea. And in our sanghas, we take care of each other. We look after each other. We have some photos on our altar now of people we have lost in our sangha. We hold weddings. We have funerals, memorial services. In fact, we worked together with TCBS not too long ago on a fairly large memorial service, which was a sad occasion, but it was really good to be able to work together and have both of our communities helping with that. And we take care of each other over generations. You know, people who first came here were very young back in the 1970s, and now I think maybe their grandchildren are coming here. And TCBS, they go back even further than us. We've been here over 50 years, and we think that's a long time, but I think TCBS has been here for over probably 70 years. So this multi-generational caring for each other that we all do. So what do? We get together and we do this stuff. We get together and we do this stuff. And that is Sangha. We get together and we do this stuff one thing at a time. And I think actually that's kind of what we need right now. I don't know, you could say maybe this is a difficult time. I sense a little tension in the air. Maybe you do too. So what do we do? You know, what do we do to sort of deal with difficult times? We could get philosophical. We could try to read a whole lot of books by Tuesday, say. But that may not do the trick. We could try to get enlightened by Tuesday. And, you know, enlightenment is really great, but it's not really good as a strategy. So I think it's better to be in a little more of an immediate place. And I have a very short koan here from Sensei Ogui. And this is from a book called Zen Shin Talks that Todd Tsuchiya gave me. And it's from a Shin master who is very interested in Zen. And this is a very, very short koan. which I will read to you. Student, what is enlightenment? Sensei, very good. What is enlightenment? Very good. What does it mean? I don't like to say what koans mean, but I think it's pointing to something like the student, oh, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. What is enlightenment? Should I get enlightened? What's going on here? And the master is like, yes, you got it. It's fine. You, in your confusion right now, be present with who you are, and that's okay. So sometimes we long for enlightenment that's going to, be like this flash of lightning and take us to someplace else. But this koan is just pointing us right back to the present moment. Very good. This moment here is very good. So what is best to do? Do we need at this time to be really philosophical? Do we need to become immediately enlightened? No, I think we need to get together and do this stuff with careful attention, very careful attention. Because these rituals we have, they can save us. It brings us back to the day-to-day. It brings us back to the immediate. The little rituals we have at home as well. We had, the other day, my wife Kathy and I were sitting down to dinner with our grandson Louis, and he's almost 4. So he's a real little kid, and he'll say things that surprise you. So we sit down to dinner, and he says, so, how was your day? and we look at each other like, where did that come from? Little kids, they pick up on these adult social cues, and then it's just so surprising when they do that. So he picked up on this little ritual we have, which we probably don't even really think of as a ritual, but when we have dinner at our house, we ask, so, how was your day? So the day-to-day doing of things, that is the essence of Sangha, and that's what we need right now. And I'm so glad that we're able to get together to do that. So thank you for listening. And now I'd like to ask Chiemi to come up and give a Dharma message.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us for the joint service. And then I was so much moved. We all chant together, and then the other Sambujo, which is actually kind of hard one, and everybody just followed so well. So I'm pretty sure many of you have a very good sense of the music or melody or something, and then I also very much moved. I grew up in a temple in Japan. The Shin Buddhist temple has the more than 500 years of the history, and then the chanting we did together, which is exactly same chanting I grew up with, and I was very little at my temple. This is the chanting I used to chant with my grandpa on my grandpa's lap when I was since the baby. And then here I come in Minnesota, and then the chanting together with the exact same chanting. And thank you so much, your collaborations to make this happen. I just strongly feel the oneness. So I'm thank you so much, Lynn. So today, I just had the eye surgery a couple of weeks ago, retina surgery. So my one of my eyes not very useful. So very much, so I have to close my one eye and then to see like it's my script. So kind of sad to see that way. So, but so first of all, please join me. Put your hands together. I read the quote from Yadashakami Buddha. Heard is heard is it to encounter the supreme, profound, and the wondrous Dharma, even in 100,000 million kalpas. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us truly understand the true intent of the Tathagata. So thank you for hosting the annual joint the service, Minnesota Zen Meditation Center and then Twin Cities Buddhist Sangha. So it's been a fifth time already. I remember that I studied online during the COVID in 2020 or so. So I'm very thrilled that we have been able to continue this exchange every year. And then looking out over the beautiful lake, Makaska over there, and then we can spend the time together learning the true teaching of the Shakyamuni Buddha, so who realized that the Dharma 2,500 years ago. So I'm so grateful this opportunity. So how are you feeling this morning? The daylight saving time and then just being able to sleep for just one extra hour make you feel like you got a bit of bonus. So however, with the election that will significantly impact this country and then the world in just 2 days away. So many people cannot feel very calm. So even such a situation, so we have grateful here today and had the opportunity to listen to the Buddha's teaching together. So let us be grateful for that together. So the Buddhist Sutra the transcriptions of what the Shakyamuni Buddha told to his many disciples 2,500 years ago. So the more than 500 years have passed, and then sutra have been written down by many masters to this day. So many parables appeared in them, and then the Buddha used many parables to tell ordinary people the truth, Dharma. So this story is one of the most famous Buddhist parables. So I'm sure some of you have already it before. So even if you know a story or hear the same story over and over again, but you own a way the thinking and the feeling may be different each time. So today, just forget that you have already heard this story before and then listen to it, especially Twin Cities Buddhist Sangha people. They're always listening my talk. Especially, thank you so much. So especially with the Buddhist stories, so your thought may be completely different each time. So Renyo Shonin, the famous teacher of the Jodo Shinshu sect, which is descendant of the Master Shinran, he is the founder of the Jodo Shinshu sect, is known for saying the things like this. We are accustomed to the same expression concerning changing interested mind. Still, we should always respond as if we are hearing them for the very first time. So we are usually attracted by newer interpretations, but no matter how many times we have heard them, our attitude should be to listen carefully and consider everything said as if it were uttered for the first time. Even if you have heard this story before, try reacting like as if you are hearing for the first time, like trying, oh, I see, or wow, kind of reactions. So in Pure Land Buddhism, the three sutras are designed as a foundation of the teaching. So one of them is called Amida Sutra, which is described as the Pure Land, the land of the Amida Buddha. So in the Pure Land, there are many unique creatures. So I brought the printed out my home temple's pictures. This is it's called a Naijin. So the kind of altar room, not just a stand. So it's one of the room. It's called the Naijin. It's the altar, and then this is the part of the altar. The big table is in front of the Naijin altar. And then on this table, it's, it's gorgeous. Yeah, the gold and the beautiful, creatures and design and carving and stuff. So it's entire altar express of the Pure Land, how does it looks like. And then one of the other carving design, it is this. It's a bird. So I will pass on the picture. So when you are here listening my story. So this bird has two heads and one body. So please pass around. But I'm talking. So the story I will share today is about one of these creatures. It is a bird, two-headed bird, the bird with two heads. So it is a bird's name is Gumyocho in Japanese. The meaning of the kanji Chinese character in this name, when we put together follow as the name means the bird that share one life. So this is the picture of the altar of my home temple. So you are passing around right now, and then so the picture of the Gumyocho has a two head. So it is very pretty different from any other birds. One body sharing among two heads, and then they fly beautifully in the sky in the Pure Land now, but it is said they have not always been this way. So this is the story of the two-head bird before they were born into the Pure Land. A long, long ago, there was a two-headed bird living under the snowy Himalaya mountains. One head was named Garuda, and in the other was Upagaruda. When this bird with two heads wished to sleep, the heads would take turns and then watch out for the other. So if the Upagaruda sleep, if the Garuda sleep, then Upagaruda would watch. So they helped each other well most of the time, and then lived in cooperation with each other, but sometimes things didn't work out. So one would say he was hungry and wanted to go look for food, and the other would say he was thirsty and wanted to go to the pond. So one day, when Upagaruda was sleeping, Garuda was on guard. Garuda found a red, tasty, nutritious fruit. The two sometimes argued, but Garuda knew full well that Upagaruda's presence was the only thing that keeping him alive. So recently, Upagaruda was listless because there had been a little food. So Garuda decided to eat them all, the food, for Upagaruda's sake, and then share it in the same body. So Upagaruda woke up and he felt delicious food in his stomach. And then he realized that the Garuda had eaten every piece of the tasty fruit while he was sleeping. Upagaruda then became very angry, and then the Garuda had all the fruit to himself. He wished Garuda would go away. So when Garuda was sleeping, Upagaruda found suspiciously colored fruit. Knowing that it was poisonous, he came up with an idea. Upagaruda woke Garuda up from his sleep and then told him that was the most delicious fruit in the world, and then that he saved them for Garuda. So he fed them to Garuda. Garuda ate them very happily. Immediately, he felt pain all over his body. Seeing this, Upagaruda said to Garuda happily, "You have always been greedy and selfish. When you are gone, I will be free." Hearing this, Garuda sadly told Upagaruda that he hadn't eaten all the nutritious fruits because he wanted Upagaruda to feel better. Upagaruda was very sorry that he had misunderstood Garuda, but it was too late. In the meanwhile, the poison had spread to every nook and then cranny of their bodies, and together they lay there. Upagaruda was so angry that he had forgotten that they were one body. Buddha watched incident from the Pure Land and came down to talk to Upagaruda. Upagaruda, you are going to die. Is there anything you wanted to say? Yes, Buddha, I am so stupid and selfish. I always believed that I was right, that I was better than the other head Garuda. But I just realized that I was only arrived thanks to him. But it is too late though. Upagaruda, it is not too late. You have just found the truth. Buddha said, I will take you to Pure Land, and you will teach how important it is to care for each other with compassion to every living thing. I am what I am because of other. You are what you are because of other person. The thinking only of yourself and hurting others is the way to destroy yourself. Now in the Pure Land, they live in harmony and they be compassionate to each other. So this story illuminates that the Buddha's second noble truth, that anger and benevolence arising from the self-centered thinking cause suffering for us and others. So this story reminds us that we all have connections that with each other, like the two-headed bird that's sharing the same body, same life. These connections are with our friends, family, classmates, co-workers, even strangers, and the whole human race and genders. We all coexist as one. If we harm others out of anger, it is like poisoning ourselves. Though we all share similar needs, each of us has a unique background. Our mindsets and attitudes vary because of our different upbringings, education, and environment. So we must understand cause behind each person's views to fully embrace and respect our differences. This lack of understanding often leads unnecessary conflicts that when we hurt others out of anger, it rarely solves anything, and many even backfire on us. So the story of the two-headed bird, Gumyocho means the birds that share one life, appears in the Amida Sutra. So one of the major sutras of Pure Land Buddhism. The bird is said to live in the Pure Land. It is also said that the bird is the manifestation of Amitabha Buddha. So Buddha has become a bird to tell us something important. We are sometimes trapped by anger and hurting ourselves and others. We are connected to others and then we influence each other. So this is a parable that makes us think about such things. So Amida Buddha is said to be symbol of compassion, the seeing others as if they were oneself, without distinguishing between oneself and others. So this is because Amida Buddha is a Buddha with infinite light and life. So we can encounter to the true teaching through the imagining of the deeds two-headed bird sharing one heart, ending Amida Buddha's vow. So listening to the Dharma, truth is not something that happens to anytime, anywhere. So we encounter it by mere chance right here, and we are hearing. So we should be grateful for this. And then continue to walk the Buddhist path together. So from now on, there will be certainly be time when we feel anxious, frustrated, angry, and sad about what is happening in the world. So still we can fulfill our role as a people living with the Buddhism as their the guiding principle. So this means remembering to be grateful, to have compassion for others. So this is conclude my message today. Thank you so much. Let's join together. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. So we have a few minutes here, maybe time for a couple of comments, or if anyone has a question for Chini or for me. I'd like to Steve.
I was just thinking about this musical notation. Is that Japanese, the notation that with the kind of
Yes,
graph?
you are asking about the melody, the
Yeah,
compose, the melody.
yeah.
Yes, this is the Jodo Shinshu, the Shin Buddhist traditions composed by the Daimyo's time, which is about 700 years ago. And then it's also the follow in the Tendai tradition, which is the oldest school in Japan, the Buddhist school in Japan. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank you for that story, which I've never heard. But what an important story for this time right now. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Anyone online? If so, you can just unmute yourself and speak up. Or anyone else in the Zendo? Okay. That's okay. Yeah, all right. Well, thank you everyone so much for coming. It's been a really lovely morning, and I just wish everyone the best. And please stick around for tea so we can hang out and talk informally for a while this morning. Thank you so much. And now we will turn this over to our esteemed Doan.
Morning, everyone. Before I do the announcements, I'm backing around the novel. MCNC is entirely donation-based organization, and we rely on your support to continue sharing the Dharma. There's a support MCNC tab on the website where you can donate or become a sustaining member. If you're looking for information on how to connect with the center and its programs, Tanya Nelson, back there, will be out on the porch this morning and would be happy to help. Here are some announcements. There are 2 wonderful retreat opportunities coming up soon. Next Saturday, November 9th, Cato Tuvlin offers a 1-day contemporary retreat. This retreat includes walking and sitting meditation, a Dharma talk, one-to-one meetings with a teacher, and work practice. Meditators at all levels of experience are invited. And on Saturday, November 23rd, Dev Milky offers an afternoon beginner's mind retreat. This brief retreat includes both guided and silent meditation, as well as an introduction to the basics of traditional Zen form. If you're interested in attending one of these retreats, please sign up online. There are 2 affinity group meetings coming up. The LGBTQ+ Dharma group, facilitated by Ben Connolly, meets this evening at 5:30. Meetings include a brief meditation period and discussions about Dharma and practice. The Tara Dharma group meets tomorrow evening, November 4th at 7:15. Please feel welcome to join this women, feminine spirit, and trans participants for open discussions of Dharma and feminine expression. These groups meet both in person and online. There is a work practice day coming up on Saturday, November 16th. Work practice is a traditional part of Zen mindfulness. Coming together in the spirit of the Buddha, we do our best to clean, fix, and organize our surroundings for all to enjoy. There will be a vegetarian lunch. This is a great chance to get to know the community. Please sign up out front if you plan to attend. Please mark your calendar for our 10th annual Blank Friday, a Zen alternative. Drop by and bring your family and friends on the day after Thanksgiving. We will have an open house with refreshments, classes, and ongoing meditation sessions. Details are on the porch and the website. Join us for this Tuesday night gathering. Mark Turbach will be giving the talk entitled Leaning into Uncertainty. Meditation is at 6:40 and the talk is at 7:30. Now please join us for tea and social times, and we will end with the 4 Bodhisattva vows that are on the front of your pamphlet. Beings are bowing to freedom. Delusions are exhaustible, bowing to extinguish them. Dharma needs are boundless, bowing to enter them. Buddha's way is unsurpassable, bowing to become it.